Hey, what's up YouTube? I just found out that SimCity will now feature an offline mode which will no longer require an internet connection. This was confirmed by Maxis General Manager Patrick Buechner, who said that we want to, have more people mod our game because that adds to the experience of the game. And this is the reason we're doing this. And a lot of people have been asking for an offline mode. So here's my general take on this. I played SimCity for about 90 to 100 hours since this came out. I enjoy it. The only thing that sucks about it is that there's an always online DRM restriction, and then there's and then the maps are so small. But I'll talk about the smaller or the size of the maps and what they plan on doing about that in the future later in the video. But I think the reason they want to have a offline mode, in my personal opinion, is because when this game first came out, they got so much heat for having a always online 24/7, if you want to play it, DRM restriction, where the cost of running all these servers probably, let's say, is 4 or 5 times greater than the losses they take from people pirating the game. I mean, even though this game has a always online feature, this game was uploaded to torrent sites within a day or two, and people cracked it to a point where you can actually play it offline. The reason people torrent games is not really for the monetary purposes, is because they see a challenge to crack a game that, when a company such as EA or Maxis continually tries to put up all these different things, that makes it harder and harder and harder and harder for people to get around and crack. More and more people who like cracking games, I mean, every game that comes out gets cracked, but it makes people more emboldened to go do it because they see that as a challenge. And it's not fair for the people who buy the game legitimately, that they have to have all these, restrictions put onto them, where it's sort of like we're being punished for other people. Now, one of the things that I wanted to see more than the offline mode was, if you haven't guessed it already, I want to see bigger maps. SimCity, to me, is a challenge. Having all these different cities, and then you have to have each city have a certain specialization, and then each city, you can have certain cities do certain things that another city doesn't have to do, and it takes a lot of thoughtful planning, and I like that. But the sizes of the maps are small. They're smaller than the maps that were in previous versions of the game. And I think that having a larger map size will add a lot to the game, because you don't have to constantly think about, am I running out of space? Once you've filled up all these different cities, am I running out of space where I have to delete certain things that I think will benefit the city? And you have to do all these certain things where, if they would just make the map a little bit bigger, they wouldn't have this problem. And the reasoning behind them not making these bigger map sizes is because they said that if they make bigger map sizes, the vast majority of the computers, or vast majority of PCs or whatever, will not be able to play the game. But you guys just said when this game first came out that this game can't even function without the servers helping the game process all this information. So you guys, that's what you guys said when it first came out. Why can't you guys make it where you guys can have bigger maps, but then those maps are separate from the original version, so people who do have gaming computers, I have a gaming laptop with 16 gigs of RAM, a 2 gig video card, and i7 processor. I think I can handle a simulation game. Why can't you make this game available for people who do have gaming level computers, and then still have the other maps for people who still like the game but then don't have the specs to play larger maps? I don't understand. I think the reason they're not doing it is because they can't really make money off that. If they just have it as a free, thing where they just give out to people, I think that if Maxis gave the opportunity to have a bigger maps DLC where the map sizes are 2 to 3 to 4 times the size they are right now, and they had like a $10 DLC where you'll get maybe access to 5 or 6 more regions with, like some maps being 16 cities, some maps being, like a smaller region with 4 cities, I think that that would make a lot of money, because a lot of people have been complaining about the map sizes being very small. Because if you play this game, you know what I'm talking about. After you fill up a certain amount of your cities, it gets to a point where you can't do much more except for delete stuff, which will affect other things that are part of the once your city gets really developed, that affects the city. You can't fit you can only fit so much stuff into a city. You can only have so many Sims go on a train to another city. You can only have so many Sims in general in just one city. So I think having a larger map would add to the funness of playing the game. You can do a lot more than what you're doing as of right now. But hey, that's all I gotta say. Comment below, tell me what you guys thought about the new offline mode, and tell me what you guys think about having bigger maps, and subscribe, like, comment, and see you later.